Hi, my name is Don and I work at Greater Dandenong Libraries. As part of the Code Club project, Ruwandhi and myself will be guiding you through a step-by-step process to creating a Deep Sea Sushi game in Scratch. You will be creating a game where the player moves a shark around to try and catch a fish. So we're getting set up. So over here we have our Scratch page, and if you look to the right you'll see the stage. And then if you have a look below the stage, you'll see our sprite list, which is down here. And then towards our left, you can see another panel over here, which is our code blocks palette over here. And you can move that down. You can see a range of things that we can select from. And then if you have a look in the middle, you can see our current sprite panel. This is where we'll add and drop our coding. And that's our first stage of getting to know our Scratch window over here. First thing we're going to be doing is changing the background over here. So we'll have to click on our stage. So I've clicked on that. And then we'll move our mouse to the backdrops tab over here on the left hand side. We can click on that. And if you head down, there's a little circle here. And if you highlight that, you can choose a background. So what we'll do is we'll give that a click. And what we'll like to do is select underwater, because that's our theme for today. And we can select underwater too. And there you go. There's our backdrop behind the cat. We'll be changing our cat into a shark because it's pretty strange to have a cat underwater. So what we have to do here is head to our sprites list, and then on the bottom right hand corner we can select this little button here, which will allow us to pick a different icon. So what we'll be looking for is the shark. So let's click on animals and then scroll down until we find the shark. There's the shark, so let's click on that. So now you can find that the shark is here in the water as well. And we no longer need the cat, so we can click on the cat, which is our first sprite. We can delete that. And there you go. Now we have a shark in the water. To move the shark, we need to add coding. So we want to be using our arrows on our keyboard, and to do that we'll have to select codes to add onto our sprite panel. So here again you can see on our left hand side our code blocks palette. We want to select events, and then you can see over here when space key is pressed, we'll move that onto our sprite panel. So we're going to need one for each key. So left, right, up and down. So here's my second one, the third one, and the fourth one. You can see over here there's a drop down menu, so I'll change that to left. The next one, right arrow. The third one, up arrow. And the bottom one to down arrow. So what we need to do is to click on our motions code list over here and select move 10 steps and move it onto our sprites panel. We can pop one under there when left arrow key is pressed, and then we need another one for when our right arrow key is pressed. For the left arrow we need to add a -10, which means that the shark will be moving to the left 10 steps. We don't need to do one for the right. So then now when I head to the green flag and I press go, I can use my arrows on the keyboard and we can see that the shark is moving left and right. So if you look on our motions area, you can see that there's no blocks to move up and down, so we have to use our Y coordinates. So if you scroll down, you can see a block that says change Y by. So we'll add that to our when up arrow key is pressed, and then one to when down arrow key is pressed. For the down, we'll add a -10 to that. So now when we press our go flag, we can see that it will move up and down, left and right. Let's give that a go. Moving down and it's moving up, left and right. currently our shark is still moving left to right, up and down. And for our next step, what we want to do is to restart the game. So for that to happen, we have to head over to our events blocks palette and click on when flag is clicked, move that to our sprites panel, and then head over to motion and then select go to X and Y coordinates and pop that under when flag is clicked. So currently we can see that X is saying -10, Y is saying 0. So what we need to do is to change both of those axes to 0. This is because in our stage over here, every time we restart the game, we would like our shark to start in the middle. So I'll give that a go. So let's click on go, and I'll use my arrows to move the sharks up and down. So right now it's in the top right hand corner, and if I click on go again, it should bring it back to the middle. Let's have a look. There we go, the shark is back in the middle where it started.
We are going to find some fish for it to catch. So to do that, go to the new sprite button and click on choose a sprite, go to animals and scroll down till you find any fish you like. So I'm going to click on this one, and there you go, there's another fish on the stage. But as you can see, this fish is a bit too bigger for the shark. So go to the size and then we can change it. I'm going to put 60 there. Let's see what happens. There you go. So now we have a smaller fish. Our shark goes forward and it goes backwards, but it doesn't turn. So it looks a bit weird. To avoid that, we are going to use left arrow key and right arrow key and do some blocks to let it turn around. So in order to do that, first go to events, and then we grab these when space key is pressed, and then you can use the drop down menu and select when left arrow key pressed, and then you grab another and then choose when right arrow key is pressed. So in order to give the shark a direction, you go to motion and then select point in direction. So you grab this and then fix it with left arrow, and then you get another, and then you fix it with the right arrow block. So for the left arrow one, we do -90, and you can, as you can see, it shows you the direction. And if you click on this one, it shows you the direction as well. We are going to go back to motion again and grab move 10 steps, and it fixed with right arrow and another with left arrow. But when it comes to left arrow here, you remember we have one block here with when left arrow key pressed, move -10 steps. And when left arrow key is pressed, we say move 10 steps. So these two contradicts with each other. Therefore, remember, you need to change this one to 10 as well. Otherwise, the shark would not move to left side at all. So after this, we need to give the shark a rotation style. Just in case if your shark moves upside down, so mine doesn't, you need to add a set rotation style. To do that, go back to events. When the green flag clicked, and go back to motion and grab set rotation style. So you can get it. You scroll down and set rotation style, left and right. So that helps the shark to go left and right, not upside down. And for that, we again go to X0 and Y0 as well, just like before. So here I have 120 in x, I just put 0 and y 0. So let's give it a go. So your shark goes to your right and then it goes to your left. So you can see you can turn your shark and it doesn't turn upside down. You can see that we haven't done any codes for the fish. It stays in one spot. So now it's time to let the fish swim on its own. So in order to do that, we are going to use a new block which is called control. What happens with the control blocks, we use it to program your sprite to do certain things in certain number of times under certain conditions. For an example, if you go to events and start when flag clicked and go back to control, and we get the forever block. So what happens when the green flag clicked forever? What's going to happen? So go back to motion and take move 10 steps and we join it with forever. So let's see what happens. If you click on the green flag, you can see every time you click, the fish goes very fast forever. It moves 10 steps. To stop that, we go back to control and then grab wait 1 second block and then change that to wait 0.5 seconds. And then after that, what we are going to do, we need to stop the fish from crashing to this side of the stage. So we go back to motion and then find if on edge bounce block. So if you scroll down, press if on edge bounce, then we fix it with the wait 5 seconds block. And then as you can see now, let's have a look what the fish does, and it goes very, very slow. And we'll wait till it reaches the end of the stage. And then it bounces back. Fish moves upside down. So to stop that, we have to go back to motion and set rotational style like before. So we grab that, and when the green flag clicked, set rotation style left to right. So we can try that and see. Wait, oh, there you go. It swims, it bounces back from the edge. And the next one we are going to do is to make the fish less predictable. Now it just swims left to right and it's very easy to catch. So it's a game that to make it a bit harder for the player, what we are going to do, we go back to motion and then take turn 15 degrees and then fix it with move 10 steps. So the 15 degrees, we change it to 10 for now and stop it and start the game again. Now we can see the fish goes not in straight lines anymore. So it makes it a bit harder for the shark to catch it. And make the fish move a bit more randomly than normal. So we go to operators here, and then you can see the round operators and the pointy ones. Today we are going to use the pick random 1 to 10 operator. So we are going to do with this operator, we just fix it with turn 10 degrees and then let's see what happens. We're trying to make this game a bit more exciting and a bit more hard to predict so that the shark will not catch the fish that easily. As you can see, now the fish doesn't have that much of a pattern, it just swims randomly. Once you click the green flag, the fish swims, and if you use your arrow keys, the shark moves as well. But when they interact, as you can see, nothing happens. They just swim here and there. That's it. So we are going to use control block and sensing block to make something happen to the small fish when it interacts with the shark. So if you go to control and then use if then block, you drag it and fix it after if on edge bounce. So we are trying to do what we are trying to do here. We are trying to do if, and then there's something missing here. For that, if you go to sensing and then pick up touching. So as you can see, it has touching mouse pointer, but we are going to change it to shark 2. So once this part is done, you can actually stop and start and then see what happens. You move the shark, well, the shark touches the fish, but nothing happens. So in order to make something happen, we are going to go back to looks, and we are going to try and find something that is helpful for us to hide the fish. So if touching shark 2, then you fix hide here. Let's see what happens. Start once more. There you go. So the fish disappeared. We cannot take the fish back. So in order to show the fish, we need to use a show block, and we just fix it with when green flag clicked. So now click the green flag and you can see the fish swimming again. But let's try it a bit again. So when the shark eats the fish and it disappeared, so you have to stop the game and restart it again to see the fish. Then it disappears again. So this is not very easy for the player. So in order to stop that, we are going to use some more codes to make the fish disappear and reappear a bit more randomly. And so we go back to control and then wait 1 second. So you get the wait 1 second block and fix it with hide. So what it does is when the fish is hide, it waits 1 second. And then we go back to motion and then go to X and Y. So you get that one and fix it with wait 1 second and then go back to operators. So in this instance, we're going to use the same pick random 1 to 10. We need 2 of them. So once you fix it, one with X and one with Y, we're going to change the numbers here. 1 minus 240 and 240. And the next one minus 180 to 180. And then go back to looks and scroll down and get a show block and fix it with go to X and Y. So let's try it again. This is the fish. You use your arrow keys to move the shark and it eats the fish and the fish reappears. It's a bit more fun now, as you can see. There you go. again and again. Use your arrow keys and you can try catching the fish. There you go. And it appears again, catch again. But it would be more fun if you can put a scoreboard to see how many times you caught the fish. So in order to do that, we need to use variables. We use variables to store information. So you go to make a variable and you can put score here, and it's for all sprites, and press OK. And as you can see, there you see your scoreboard here. Let's try this a bit more. Come on. There you go. But as you can see, the scoreboard doesn't change. We need to add codes for the shark and codes for the fish. So if you will try with the shark first, if you click on shark sprite, and we are going to fix some codes when green flag clicked. So for that, we go back to variables and then select set my variable to 0 and then fix it with when the green flag clicked. We're going to find here set score to 0. So every time you click the green flag, this score is 0. And next, click on the fish sprite. From here, we go back to change my variable. It's still, we are using variables here. Change my variable by 1, and we take it and fix it with if touching shark 2, then change my, instead of variable, we put score by 1. So let's try it. We'll stop the game and restart, and you can use your arrow keys to move the shark. There you go. If you can see, your score changes. It's 2, and this is, caught it 3 times, and there you go, 4th time, 5th time. We've created the Deep Sea Sushi game, and you can use your arrow keys to catch the fish and score. So the game is fully functional, as you can see. I've already scored 3 points, and invite your friends and see who scores the highest. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.